Good morning, everyone. This is All Media Access News. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell for future updates and live streams. I hope everyone had a great weekend and enjoyed their Veterans Day. Rest in peace to all the military people that passed away and fought for this country. So God bless each and every one of them. I just wanted to talk about something real quick that has caught my attention and has been kind of bothering me. And when I make videos, I only speak about things that are actually going on or things with facts. If not, I just won't make a video. For most of you guys that have been watching me for a long time, you guys would already know. I just wanted to touch on this topic about these missing teenagers and missing children here in the U.S. Now, for those that don't know, around 300,000 teenagers and children go missing every year in the United States of America. And most of them, or all of them, are never found. Lately, these past couple days, everywhere I go, all I see is posters of young females missing in their 20s, 19, 18, 15. It's like really, really disturbing. And I start to wonder and pray, where are they? What exactly caused a situation like this to happen? And it just comes to my attention that social media has really ruined this generation, where these young kids now meet people on social media and they don't know who they're meeting. As parents, you have to protect your children, you have to build a relationship with them, and you have to allow them to trust you. It's okay to be disciplined, but sometimes you have to give your children the opportunity to trust you. If they fear you, they'll never come to you. And as we all have done growing up, is keep certain things from our parents, but it's not like how it used to be then. See, now social media has controlled everyone. There's not one person in the United States that doesn't own a phone, like from the age 11 and up, 12 years old, 13, with phones, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, like all these social medias. And to realize that 300,000 teenagers and children go missing every year in the United States, and they're not either found or they end up dead or they're still missing, should catch people's attention. That the government is good at covering things up. You know what I mean? I don't think that they're doing their best at finding these kids. Like, where are they? You know what I mean? Why is it that they go missing for so long and parents have to worry? But at the same time, with social media, you know, you don't know who they meeting, you don't know who they talking to. There's a lot of sex trafficking, there's a lot of kidnappers. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I have come across certain videos, and I don't have no problems with Jews. I don't have no problems with anybody. But I did come across a video of a Jew admitting that children go missing and what actually happens to them when they go missing. And it was very, very disturbing. That's why I said I don't eat McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat McDonald's. I really don't eat no fast food because of what I heard. You know what I mean? I heard this Jewish person talk about people going missing, teenagers and young kids going missing, and they throw their bodies in a meat grinder and they freaking mix it with the food. I mean, it was just disturbing. But anyway, you have to, be able to build a stronger relationship with your children. This entertainment, music, video games, sports, things that you see on TV, it's all a distraction. The more you become distracted, the more it's easier for the government to manipulate everyone. See, that's why when things happen, the first thing we want to know is, where did it come from and who's responsible when it's been right in front of you this whole entire time. They give you all the signs in movies, all the signs in video games, all the signs in entertainment. And at the same time, they distract you. Look at technology now with all these surveillance cameras. Everyone is being watched. Everyone is being watched, but when your children go missing, they are never found or they end up dead. And I'm sick and tired of seeing that. And maybe the government could do a better damn job in finding these kids that go missing. If a child goes missing, the first thing you want to do is check social media. Check who they've been talking to, who they've been interacting with. Don't leave it up to the officials to do their investigation. Because once it's a certain amount of time has passed, they just put them missing, they make posters, and the families are worried and stressing. And it's very, very disturbing. It bothers me. So far, I've already seen about 12 posters this week of young females, Spanish females, African American females, missing. You don't see these things on the news. The news doesn't tell you everything. They tell you bits and pieces of things. But when children go missing by large amounts, they don't even bring it up. They rather talk about some shit that happened down the block or some shit that happened somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Look at all these mass shootings. It's ridiculous. How the hell did these people get these guns? Then suddenly the person that had a gun had mental illness. It's always a story on top of a story, and then it just ends up cold. Literally, it just ends up cold. The case is just never really heard of. Think about all the mass shootings that have happened in the last 10 years. And sit back and look them up and see what has been done. What has been done? They find one person that may be responsible and the case is closed. Where the hell did they get the guns from? Who else is responsible? It just doesn't work that way. They feel comfortable with catching one person. How the hell we don't know if this shit is planned or if it's an agenda or or the government is actually behind the scenes of all of this. So I don't believe anything that the media says. I don't trust too much on what the officials do unless we see it with our own eyes. And the government is always going to put out bits and pieces of things. They're not going to give you the full story. They just want to keep us to keep guessing, and they want to conquer to divide. They want to divide us as a race, as a nationality. They want to divide us in the way we think and the way we feel and the way we act, and continue to build prisons to throw minorities in. And I'm not a racist person, but the majority of minorities get life in prison or years in prison. A white American to get a few years or a slap in the wrist. You know what I'm saying? So enough with the BS. We're not stupid. I'm not stupid. And people that are watching need to wake up and stop being entertained by the freaking music and the movies and the video games and social media. You know what I'm saying? Try to live without that shit. It's not doing nothing for you. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your kids. What's healthy is you building a relationship with your children, building a bond with them, earning their trust, respecting one another. So when things are going on, they feel comfortable with coming to you. It's just like bullying. Kids get bullied every day. Over 100,000 kids get bullied every year in school. They don't say anything. You know how many children have committed suicide from being bullied in school or cyber bullied, where they're not confident enough or they don't trust their parents enough, or they're embarrassed and ashamed enough to come forward and say something and end up committing suicide, 7 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old. It's horrible. You know what I'm saying? The devil's in control of everything, and all he wants to do is ruin everything. It's like a ruined lion. I hate him with a passion. I guess that's why he makes my life a living damn hell. But he never succeeds. because I continue to have faith and remain strong. And no matter what comes my way, I stand firm with faith. You understand? So as parents, you guys got to be a little bit more disciplined and in a good way. Everything don't got to be a punishment. You know what I'm saying? Everything doesn't have to be dealt with aggressively. Talk to your children, understand your children, listen to them. So when things happen, you're the first person they come to. Watch what they do on social media. Pay close attention to who they talk to in social media. I was taught, show me who your friends and I'll tell you who they are. You understand? So the way things are going, they'll just meet people from anywhere. Like Facebook is just like you could add 100 people and you don't even know their ass. Like I have Facebook. You know how many people request me? I don't even know who the hell they are. There's people taking pictures from other people and making profiles. Like we live in a crazy ass world. We live in a crazy ass world and people are just pathetic. Pathetic and disrespectful. And they're after our children. And they're after these teenagers. I couldn't imagine the feeling that these parents are going through when their children are missing, when they send them to school and they never come back. Or they go out somewhere and they never come back. Or God forbid, end up dead or end up raped after being drugged. Like, it's devastating. And a lot of people really don't, it's like, if it's not happening to them, then they don't care. If they haven't heard about it or seen it, it doesn't matter as long as they good. Like, just be mindful and be thoughtful of what's actually going on. Sit down with your kids, talk to them, build a relationship with them. You understand? Don't be so stubborn, because that shit ain't gonna work. These kids nowadays hold hella secrets. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, social media is out of control. I strongly believe that the main reason why these kids are going missing, these children and these teenagers are going missing, is through social media. They're meeting people, they're meeting up with people. They think that the person that they're meeting up is who they say they actually are, and when they meet them, they end up getting kidnapped and probably used as sex trafficking or sent to another country. We don't know what's going on. So please protect your children, talk to them, give them the best advice that you could give them, love them, appreciate them, cherish them, never take life for granted. You know what I'm saying? And because any day could be that day. Don't get too comfortable. Don't let anybody around you get too comfortable. Watch your surroundings. Watch people who surround your kids. Like, don't trust them too damn much, because you never know. I'm sure there's people that have had bad experiences with family members. That's why I've always been overprotective with my sisters and brothers growing up. And that's why I had to whoop a lot of ass. And that's why nobody messes with them now. Nobody messes with them, because then they got to deal with me, and I'm like helling back. So that's my word of advice and my way of thinking, and hopefully you guys will wake up and think about what I'm saying. I only make videos based on facts and based on what I feel. This is a topic that was eating me inside. I try to ignore it on talking about these missing teenagers and children, but it just kept eating me inside. And it's like, when God gives you a purpose, it's hard to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. I'm not going to be sitting here making videos about these people's lives and those people's lives and all the fun and all the shit that's going on. Everything ain't fun all the time. Everything ain't about being happy. Everything ain't about smiling. Like, this is who I am. This is how I speak. And that's just how I'm always gonna be. And for those that are subscribed to my channel, I appreciate it. Don't expect any more and don't expect any less. If something is bothering me, if I come across something, I'm gonna speak about it, point blank. We all know that the government is watching each and every one of us every time we make a video. They might not like the shit. I was watching something, and for the first time, I was getting a notification of a message that I sent like 3 months ago, talking about it was unsent. And I noticed that what I was watching and the research that I was doing about something else that I'm gonna be talking about, which is about the Kendrick Johnson kid that was found dead in his school. I was gathering information about him, and I noticed that this was going on my phone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not stupid. The government is watching each and every one of us, not only when we go outside, but through our phones. But I'm definitely gonna talk about Kendrick Johnson on another video. I'm gonna try to make it today or sometime this week. But you guys will get the notification. But again, protect your children. Over 300,000 children and teenagers go missing. Let's pray for each and every one of them that they do make it home safe, um, or some way somehow found. And as devastating as it is, this has to stop. We have to come together as a community to stand up against the government, because one day they're gonna do some shit. They're gonna end up with martial law. They're gonna throw people in detention camps, and you're not gonna be able to protect yourself. That's why they're taking the guns out of the streets. That's why they're starting to use all the money that they have to build freaking prisons instead of money for schools and education and you know able to change the community and bring people together. They don't give a shit about us. They don't care about us at all. So protect your children, man. Talk to them, but the relationship with them. Too many of them keep going missing. I've seen a bunch of young teenagers posters missing so far this week, and I just wonder where they are. And I hope they're right, and I hope that they make it back safe. And shit, if I recognize any of them, I'm definitely gonna do my best to report it and make sure that they get back home safe. I don't know, but pay close attention to your family and your children and talk to them, and know that there's people going through worse situations. There's people that are suffering, there's people that are missing, there's people that are dead. So if you're in a bad situation and you're having a bad day, somebody's having a worse day. Somebody's parent is out there suffering and crying and can't sleep and can't eat and devastated on where their children are, whether they're alive or dead. So imagine if that was you, and imagine how you would feel. So fuck the sports, the social media, the video games, the entertainment, the singers, the rappers, fuck them all. And focus on what's really important. And never take anything that you have for granted. Because once it's gone, you either don't know if you're ever going to get it back, or you just don't ever get it back at all. This is All Media Access News. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell for future updates and live streams. I hope you guys have a good day. God bless. Be safe. Stay positive. Stay away from negativity. Learn to respect one another, love one another, and appreciate one another. No matter the race, nationality, country, language, that shit don't mean nothing. We all bleed the same. And God made us in his own image. Peace.